Well, good afternoon, Alderwood family. My name is Arie Mahler. I am the Compassion Center Director for Alderwood Community Church, and I have Terry Johnson with us today. And this is just kind of another ongoing series of interviews with the Compassion Center staff. And so I'm excited to be able to talk with Terry today and just give you a little bit of a glimpse into who he is and why he is wanting to serve in the Compassion Center. So Terry, if you can just kind of tell me a little bit about your work history and or personal experiences and how that has led you to wanting to serve in the Compassion Center.
Well, sure. In the past, I've worked in jobs that have dealt with people. Looking back on it, I don't think I did it intentionally. It's just the way it happened. So as a young person, in high school and college, I worked
that was a long time ago, right?
That was, that was just, 5 or 10 years ago. But anyway, I worked in places like the Boys Club. I was, educational director is what they called it back then. I also worked with the YMCA. I did summer camp as counselors at Christian camps. And so I just, throughout, I guess, my history, it's just been working with people. And then, once I graduated from college, I got my degree in education, and I became an elementary school teacher and taught second grade mostly for 39 years before finally retiring.
Wow. 39 years. That's quite, and all at the same school?
Oh, no. I was in several different schools and a couple of different school districts and so forth. But the majority of my career was with the Lake Washington School District.
Okay.
Taught out in Redmond.
Gotcha. Nice. So, when you and I first met back, several months ago now,
Mm-hmm.
You had just kind of described how you ended up coming to Alderwood and even hearing about the Compassion Center. Can you kind of share that story again?
Sure. Well, I'd been attending another church for quite a while, and just really felt led to move to another church. A big part of it actually was because of what I was doing with singing. I was singing with the Mosaic Choir and Orchestra. And there was an opportunity where the Mosaic Choir got to sing with the Alderwood Choir. And there was a song or two that Linda took charge of, and she led us, both choirs, in directing that song. And there was something about her. There was just this glow, this radiance about her, and the way she directed the choir and everything that, I thought, I would like to attend Alderwood and just see, just see where, what this church is all about. So anyway, I started attending that church, and that's how I got started there at Alderwood, and just loved it from the first time I went there, and from that point on, it's been wonderful ever since.
Awesome. So what really kind of prompted you to reach out to me and talk about the Compassion Center and just kind of what's brought you to this point, this chapter in your life?
Sure. Well, it was actually shortly after I started attending Alderwood that I saw a film clip or whatever about the Compassion Center, and it was immediately. I have to say, it was immediately. I felt a tugging in my heart to help serve those people who are struggling just to meet everyday needs. Um, as I shared with you, someone very dear to my heart has been struggling with mental health issues, um, opioid addiction, and so forth. Um, and he's been gone from the family for a very long time now. Um, I hope and pray that that he finds compassion along the way as he's going on this difficult journey. I believe it was because of that I wanted to do something with the Compassion Center to show compassion to others, as I hope and pray that he finds compassion from others wherever he may be. So I guess that's my hope and prayer, that he's finding compassion, and in the same turn, I can give compassion to those that are in need as well.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Can you describe a little bit about what your role is going to be serving in the Compassion Center?
Yes, I plan to be the CEO eventually, but no.
So you want my job?
In all honesty, as of now, I'll be helping out with inventory. Mm-hmm. So the inventory team will be purchasing, collecting, stockpiling food, personal items, whatever is needed for those that are coming in, and just helping you out, Arie, in whatever capacity you need me to help with. I'm as a retired person, as I've shared with you, I'm free during the day, and so I can be kind of your your man Friday who just goes out and helps you doing things that need to be done.
Wow. Well, I can tell you that certainly I've enjoyed over the last several months getting to know you and meeting with you, and you even helped us with the outreach, the Christmas outreach to Cedar Valley.
That was great.
You met with Angela, who's their parent resource advocate, and just help figure out the families that we were gonna purchase gifts for. And you were very instrumental in just really helping us with facilitating and getting the gift exchange up and operational, which obviously was just a blessing for us to be able to serve. And I believe the families were very thankful and very excited as well. Yeah, so last question I have for you, what are you most excited about in regards to the Compassion Center?
Well, there are a lot of things that are exciting just to think about with the Compassion Center. I think probably the thing that I'm most looking forward to is hoping to see a light in the eyes and the hearts of the people who come into the Compassion Center seeking refuge, if you will. Again, there's so much hurt out there. There's people that are struggling so much. There are people who have been let down so often. I want this to be a one place where they're not going to be let down. So what excites me is to think about people who come there and find out that there are people who care for them and who care about their well-being, so that when they turn around and they leave the Compassion Center at the end of that evening or whatever, they're feeling better as they left, feeling better than when they came in earlier that evening. I mean, that's my hope, is that we can give them a little bit of a ray of light in their lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I remember, Terry, going back to our original conversation when we met, and that day, or at the end of the conversation, I asked you if you would be part of the core team, and I remember you very, very almost adamantly saying, "Well, I don't have any specific skills that I can bring
That's
to
true.
the core team." Uh, and I remember, my response to you was, first and foremost, you have a heart. You have a heart for um, the those who we will minister to, those who will cross the threshold and enter the building and seek some help. And so, again, for me, the fact that you have a heart, you obviously, through some personal experience, this is near and dear to you. So, everything else, task wise, inventory wise, all that stuff can be, trained or taught. It's the most important thing is just the desire, and that you felt called. So I am, I'm very excited to work with you in the future, as I've had the opportunity to partner with you over the last few months, and I look forward to what the Lord will do in the Compassion Center, through you and many of the other volunteers. So again, thank you for this time, and look forward to opening the doors here very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ari.